Jimmy Eakin was born into a ranching family deep in the heart of Texas.
I grew up in South Texas. My father worked on a ranch of 100,000 acres all of his life.
Jimmy had obviously learned about hard work from his father because the very night he graduated from high school, he moved to a ranch and went directly to work himself.
The night I got out of high school, I moved to a ranch called Primo Stables. They had a dispersal, and Mr. B.F. Phillips was there, and he hired me on the spot, just as a hand. About 3.5 years, B.F. said, "You need education." Said, "If you will go to school, I'll send you 5 colts at a time. You break them 30 days, 60 days, whatever you think, and I'll send you some more."
Jimmy started at Uvalde Junior College before moving on to Sul-Ross State University in Alpine, where he graduated with an agricultural education and business degree. After college, Jimmy got a job in the banking industry and began working his way up the ladder.
I worked 33 years in the banking business. I started out as a bookkeeper, moved up to president of the banks, moved up to vice chairman of the holding company.
Breaking, training, and showing horses, especially cutters, was always something that Jimmy enjoyed, even early in his banking career. Unfortunately, a busy work schedule and some serious health issues ultimately rendered him unable to swing a leg over the horses he loved so much.
I loved to show a cutting horse. I did show some. Unfortunately, through my work schedule and my failing health, I had a stroke at age 35. I had another stroke at age 38 and was paralyzed. I worked very hard on rebuilding myself, and I was very fortunate in being mobile. I then had a open heart surgery that slowed me down some.
Jimmy had a reason to let life get him down, but rather than go that direction, he worked relentlessly to become mobile again. With a new perspective and a renewed lease on life, Eakin and his wife Martha have built a wonderful family together.
It's just part of it. You know, some people are healthy all the way through, and I was unfortunate to have some problems, but I don't have any problems. I know a lot of people that's got problems, but I don't have problems. Been married 53 years, have 2 children, have a wonderful son-in-law, and a great 10-year-old grandson. That's a lot to me, or a lot to us.
Despite his inability to ride, Jimmy never lost his desire to raise and own horses, so he made the transition to the breeding side of the industry.
I live 25 miles north of the King Ranch. Little Peppy was there to be bred, and I decided, well, I'm going to own a couple of mares. And so at that time, I bred a lot of mares to Little Peppy.
In addition to breeding, Jimmy was always on the lookout for young horses in the sale ring as well.
In the early 80s, I ran across at a sale Royal Blue Boom. I bought Royal Blue Boom when she was about 4 months old, just a little skinny hairball.
Jimmy purchased Royal Blue Boom strictly on her bloodlines, and keeping with his plans, put her in the NCHA fraternity 2-year-old sale.
I had a program where I'd sell a horse, then breed one to Little Peppy, and just that's how I just got bred up, started up. I got Larry Reeder exhibited the mare. He talked to me a lot about keeping her and letting him train her for me, and that I just could not at that time afford to change my program, and I sold her for $25,000. That's how I got started in the breeding business, and I stuck with that program for many years.
Royal Blue Boone went on to earn over $380,000 in the show pen and would become one of Cutting's all-time top-producing broodmares, confirming Eakin knew a thing or two about spotting quality bloodlines. He has undoubtedly developed a program and a process that has proven to be extremely successful over the last several decades.
I buy a lot of embryos. I study bloodlines. I study production. I sell everything as a yearling. I've tried to train horses. I've tried to send them out. It just doesn't work for me myself.
Jimmy has actually sold 335 horses for a total of just over $5 million through the Western Bloodstock sales alone. The Eakins live on their ranch in Hondo, Texas. Their breeding success has produced winners across the cutting, reining, and rein cow horse industries, making Jimmy the number 3 all-time leading breeder with those 3 combined disciplines. And he's now listed as one of the top 30 quarter horse breeders in the world. He was an original partner with Bob Wendell on fraternity champion Highbrow CD, who went on to earn over $542,000. And in rein cow horse, Call Me Mitch by Metallic Cat has earned $165,000. And once again proving he can pick the young ones, Jimmy helped select Bet He's a Cat as a yearling for a syndicate and still remains as one of the 2 owners.
I strive to produce a colt that a top trainer and a buyer will come seek those colts.
In his over 40 years of membership, Jimmy has been deeply involved with the NCHA, bringing his 30-plus years of experience in the banking world to the organization's finance committee for over 2 decades, and he's served in many other areas as well.
I am on the Stallion Fold Committee. I'm a director of Area 7.
Jimmy believes it's very important for members to stay involved and active in the NCHA to help promote and continue its success. And he's backed that up by dedicating countless hours to NCHA with one goal in mind: the desire to build a stronger association for its members.
It was just something that I do, something that I have passionate for.
Jimmy Eakin has undoubtedly created a legacy rivaled by few. But it's his love and countless years of dedicated service to the NCHA that's earned Jimmy Eakin his place in the Members Hall of Fame.
I'm thrilled to death. I never dreamt that I would ever even, it never entered my mind.